You want to know in a minute when to use ChatGPT and Gemini? Then hang in there. We've been testing these two tools over the last few months and have come to some conclusions about the strengths and weaknesses of each. In terms of interaction style, Gemini is a more conversational tool, offering additional information that may be relevant and exploring new perspectives. ChatGPT, on the other hand, is more focused and informative, adheres strictly to what has been asked, and provides more direct and precise answers. As far as updating information is concerned, Gemini, as a result of its connection to Google, tends to provide more up-to-date and diverse information, which is advantageous in contexts that require more recent data, as it provides richer answers with different options and very relevant cultural nuances. As for ChatGPT, you may face some difficulties with updated information, as only the paid version has access to the internet and more up-to-date data. However, most of the time it is more objective in its response. As for creativity, ChatGPT creates interesting creative texts. However, it tends to follow a more predictable format, close to what was, and often overdoes it with the adjectives used. Gemini, on the other hand, doesn't usually have such a predictable text. It is more unexpected, creating more captivating content, and in general, better at dealing with wordplay and double meanings. When it comes to paraphrasing or simplifying texts, ChatGPT has a great ability to summarize large texts in a few sentences, while maintaining the tone and key idea. However, sometimes the sentences are even a little too vague. On the other hand, Gemini presents the key ideas in a structured way, highlighting important details, but doesn't provide such a summarized response, and sometimes gives answers that are a little too long. When it comes to code, there's a big difference here. If they are asked to develop certain concise pieces of code, they both succeed. However, if they are asked to develop, for example, a basic game, here, ChatGPT has a greater ability to create simple, easily adjustable code. Gemini, on the other hand, has greater difficulties, requiring several inputs to reach the same level of response as ChatGPT. What is important to realize is that, in reality, both chatbots are very powerful. Considering the differences we've presented, choosing the ideal chatbot for you will depend on your specific needs at any given time. Have you tried both? Which one do you like best and why? Let us know in the comments.